Let's clear and ground the energies. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. It did that last time too. It just like stopped abruptly. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Hello and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be what God wants you to know right now reading. Let's get started. As a friendly reminder, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers. The roles can be reversed, but you will know if this is your story and which side you're on. Okay. It's a little... the energy's a little weird. What is going on? What do we need to know right now? All right. Of course. Of course. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm getting here somebody self-sabotage. They jeopardize the connection. And as a result, there was this huge ending, a death to the ego. It's just like somebody here thought that they could get away with something, and then God came in and was like, bam! No. You know, justice has a way of being served, and I see here that somebody thought that they could have their cake and eat it too, and they thought they could play people. They thought that they had it in the bag. Okay, somebody here thought like they were just overly confident. You know, they had like an ego trip thing going on. And the thing about this person though, okay, yes, God came in, divine intervention, and because this person needed to be taught a lesson, okay, all of these energies are coming in and is starting to wreak havoc. Okay, I'm getting some sort of like very, oh man. So this energy, I'm kind of like, they need to be careful. I mean, I can clearly tell they are reaping what they're sowing in a sense. And what I mean by that is like they put themselves in this kind of position. They know exactly what were doing. They understood the risks, and they still did it because they thought they were going to get away with it. But guess what? The people that they were dealing with, they're not stupid. You know what I mean? Like, they know what's going on. They know what's happening. And people know when they're being played, and people know when they're dealing with somebody who has toxic behaviors. And so what I see here is this energy though, they ended up catching feelings. Okay, it's like they thought that, you know, this is the same old, they've played this game before. They're just like, oh no, they don't catch feelings. They're just in and out, and they get what they come in getting what they want, and then once they get it, they leave, they dip, if they find something else, then they'll head in that direction. Like, this is the type of energy that I'm picking up. But surprise, surprise, guess what? Somebody here caught feelings. Somebody here ended up falling in love, so to speak. And now it's become such a burden on this energy because they're just like, you know, they can't do what they used to do. They can't continue doing what they have been doing because they understand that they are being punished by God, by karma, by the universe for their behavior. And oh gosh, I hope this I wouldn't be surprised if this person literally got beaten up. Okay, you know, I don't believe in abuse, physical abuse, no abuse. Okay, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. But what I'm seeing here is somebody pushed their limits so much to the point where they're interacting with connections where they don't give a shit either. Like, and so if just like I don't obviously I don't want anybody to get hurt, but it's just like this person, it's like they're dealing with somebody that is kind of physically abusive or is very mean, or they're very good at, if somebody did them dirty, like they're the type of person to like play dirty as well. And so, you reap what you sow. Okay. Yeah, so somebody here is learning their lesson the hard way, and they realize that their sneaky behaviors is not doing them justice. They can literally feel all the blessings in their life leaving one after the other. And when they look back, they try to remember, who was actually there for them, who actually cared and had their best interest. They're realizing that there was somebody here like that for them. And it was because it was there was true love there. There was true emotions, affection, intentions, all of that, and then somebody had to mess it up with their lies, their tricks, deceit. Okay. Yeah. And so God was like, no, no more. Can't do that. You can't hurt those that like was actually kind and caring. And so somebody here is really taking a step back and trying to internalize, reflect, and heal is what I'm seeing here. Okay? Yeah. So a lot of truth bombs have come to surface, a lot of realizations, people's true colors, intentions, um, came to surface. God was like, we're going to expose those who are vibrating in a negative, toxic manner. And God made sure that this ended. Like this. So I'm getting like secluded vibe. Okay, somebody here really needs to make a decision. They're being given the time and space to really think about what brings them happiness and who they really deem as a soulful connection. And so I do see some sort of apology coming. So this energy has been blocked off from communication and any sort of energy exchange or love. Like they don't have access to that as they used to. And so the generosity that has been given to them by the person that they were connecting with, who, felt very like, they felt like you may have shared like a past life with them, like that kind of energy. It was a very soulful connection, rooted from, they had, it's like even at the root of it there was some level of like friendship energy that I am picking up, and that's one of the reasons why it went as far as it did. But ultimately somebody's old habits, old ways of thinking has ultimately caught up to them. And yeah, it's a struggle from within. Somebody here just feels lack, as if they're not enough, etc. Okay. Okay, advice. We're gonna go ahead and end it with the advice. What's the advice? We'll do two advices. One for the one who's going through this, and one for the one who's dealing with somebody like this. Okay, because we do have both sides listening in. So remember that card? Okay, no coincidence. So the person who is trying to be a better version of themselves, in a sense, because they were up to no good in the past or currently, this energy is the advice is this energy knows the truth now. They understand, like, they've been kind of operating with a blind eye. Like, it's like they know what is right and what is wrong, but because they didn't want to take any responsibilities, they were just living with a blindfold on. But it's just like, it's hard to go back to that when you know the truth, because if you know the truth and you still act against it, or is not honoring the truth and doing something about it, then is somebody here is ultimately living in a lie. And so somebody's higher self, God is just like, somebody here, if they're truly awakening, they will honor the truth. They will. And they're going to be, there's something about connecting with God. Those who are spiritual, or who's headed in that direction, who wants a closer relationship with God, there is a strength that comes with it. Like, God does give strength and motivation and power, as long as you are true to the path. If you're going to turn a blind eye, or be like, I can't hear you, like, if you're going to deny it, then this energy is going to continue heading in that direction of denial and self-sabotage, and deceiving oneself and others. But if those who are truly dedicated to their spiritual path, they will be given strength to carry that on. It's not to say they won't be tested. They will be tested, because that's part of the growth and the recovery process. It's like, are you able to recognize old past ways of doing things, past toxic patterns, and are you able to have enough willpower and the strength and discipline to put an end to it? So spirituality, tapping, getting closer to God is not a journey for everybody. Not everybody has the power, discipline, and strength and faith to do it. But it's not to say just because it's hard that you shouldn't do it. Not everybody is going to succeed. That's just a given fact. Not everybody is going to succeed. Not everybody is going to find happiness and love. It's so sad to say, but it's the truth. Not everybody. You reap what you sow. You do. So it's your decision, your life, and how you want to come forth. That's your decision. Okay. All right. So that's the advice for them, and for those who are dealing with somebody like this. Okay, but who may already be in like a spiritual path, who's trying to be very patient with themselves and others, etc., but also not tolerating BS, because this is somebody that understands that they deserve better, that they deserve to be treated with respect, etc., not just from others but from themselves. Okay, self-respect. And so the advice for them. Wow. So for them too, the truth has come to light. And for them to turn a blind eye, to be like, oh, I see these things, the truth has surfaced, and to still deny it, and to still go against it, even if the cards are all laid out, somebody would just totally show their true colors. There was a crumbling of a foundation, there was an ending, there was, all of this. And if somebody doesn't have the self-respect, discipline to walk away from toxicity, from venom, parasites, that is also your choice as well. And so, God is really asking, do you want to stay in something negative and toxic, or do you want to move forward and let yourself free from that kind of energy? Hello, Keshav. Lots of love from India. Aww. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Okay. So, dang. God did not hold back, and that's what I like. You know, honesty, the truth. Yeah. It's cutting season. Cutting season. Okay. So, if you want a fresh new beginning, let the burdens go, let toxicity go, let drama go. Okay, because that doesn't belong in your life. You want to travel lightly. Remember, when we're having an earthly experience, right? We're having an earthly experience. And guess what? When our time is up here, we can't take any of it with us. Money, material, cars, connections, nothing. We came in here with nothing. We're going to leave here with nothing. Like, I mean, in the material sense. But it's like our time here, you know, I'm a strong believer that our goal, right, as we are vibrating higher and uplifting and connecting with God more, is that uh, we're trying to have an earthly experience and live, trying to bring heaven on earth. Like, why do we gotta leave this planet to enjoy, you know, heaven? Like, why can't we just start it now? You know what I mean? And so for those of you who have personal questions, I do have private readings available, so all of that information can be found in the description of this video. I understand that not a lot of people, you know, money comes and goes. Some people don't have it, and some people are not willing to pay for it. And that is why I post free content on here. For those of you who are asking personal questions, is that fair? I think not. Did you like the video? Did you subscribe to the channel? I think not. And so it's karma, right? We reap what we sow. And also I am on here providing free, it's free. It didn't, you know, it's all of this is free. All of this knowledge, all of this channeled messages, it's free, right? And so, but if for those of you, your ego is telling you, no, I gotta know about me. Tell me about me. For those of you who are like that, then I think a personal reading is just for you, okay? And that is why I have that available for those who really need that confirmation. Otherwise, you're just going to have to exercise your intuition. If you have been resonating with what I have been saying so far, it is no coincidence, right? It is no coincidence. Like, how did I know? Why is it that everything I'm saying, why does it resonate with you? Why does it align with exactly what is going on in your life? It is no coincidence. There are millions, countless of content and streamers and YouTubers on here, yet you decided to follow your intuition and come into this room. No coincidence. So start having faith, start trusting in the intuition that you are at the right place at the right time, and that all of these experiences are happening for your own benefit, so that you can really, you know, look back and ask yourself, did you stand in your power? Did you actually do what you say you were going to do? Did you keep your promises? Were you being a good person? Those are all of the things that we need to take a look at, take a moment to reflect and look at. And if we feel like, you know, if you answer no to those questions, then this is your push from the universe, from the God, to be like, hey, no more turning a blind eye. No more pretending like you can't hear the messages and the truth coming forward. It's up to you. Free will. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you again. And please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you would like to be notified of when I go live or post new content, don't forget to click on the notification bell. And If you would like to connect with me outside of this platform, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. Okay, so thank you so much. Hello, Donald. Bye bye. Thanks for dropping in to say hi. But how exciting, right? Okay. So good luck. Until next time. Oh, all right. Bye. No, you're good. You're good. Look, your energy. Ah. All right. Bye.